Hello everyone and welcome to the highlights package from round 2 of the PC Split 1 Apex Online Racing League here in Bahrain. Just a very quick notice to make to you guys before I get into the main video itself. We have a driver change in Split 1. Marco FD has unfortunately had to leave the league through reasons that he could not control. And so taking his place in the Max Verstappen car, taking the number 33, will be Ram, or Ram Drop as he is known on the forums. So there we go, as I said, just a quick little driver change to make you guys aware, just if you see his name in the results, etc. That will be carrying on from now and I believe until the end of the season. But now we're going to do a quick qualifying comparison, commentated by Fizzy, and then after that we shall go into the main highlights package itself, qualifying and the race highlights, as always, commentated by King Kodiak this time around. Ryan was unfortunately not able to be there. So, let's go straight into the qualifying comparison.
Welcome to today's qualifying comparison with Nick B in the Ferrari and Chicane in the Toro Rosso, both on the super soft tyres, as they're going to be coming down the straight then towards turn 1, going over 200 miles an hour, braking just after the 100 metre board on the left hand side, going in to turn 1. Nick getting it beautifully lined there, hitting the apex nicely, short shifting into 5th gear, very vital as you get a very good exit off the corner. Coming up towards turn 4 then, and Nick B will brake just before the 100 metre board, but will drop it down to 1st gear just to get a little more turn angle into the corner, and will short shift all the way up to 5th gear, going through to the fast flowing 5, 6 and 7. You've got to get this absolutely spot on with Nick dropping it to 4th there as minimum as compared to Chicane, who kept it in 5th gear. Turn 8, and you can see Nick B had a great exit through there. Chicane was very conservative as they go through turns 9 and 10. Very tricky one, this one. Easy to lock up the tyres. And you can see there Chicane just clipping the curb there, just lost the back end a little bit as they come on towards the back straight towards turn 11 when the DRS is enabled. And they're going to be braking just before the 50 metre board does Nick B. Going through 4th then 5th gear, short shifting up there as Chicane keeps it in 4th out of the exit there. Turn 13 completely, 12 and 13, sorry, completely flat into 13. Very tricky corner to get right this one. Exit is very key on that one, and Chicane has the better exit between the two of them as they come towards turns 14 and 15 and the final corners really, braking just before the 100 metre board, taking a beautiful line there in 3rd gear as Chicane took a little bit of curb which cost him a little bit of time, but Nick B will win the qualifying comparison with a 130 flat compared to Chicane's 30.9.
Right then, let's just check in on where we are with the time he's in. Rab Facer, I was about to say. Fab Rater is still on the pole spot with Afro 2nd, then Nicky 3rd, Fizzy up to 4th position, Fugataro in 5th, Nuka in 6th position, with Berg 7, Max 8, Larkson 9, and Kalon is your top 10 for the moment. Safso in the Williams had a great qualifying last week, qualified in 3rd, but sadly had a disastrous run. Starting in the wet, really caught out a number of drivers. Safso in his maiden AOR race, sadly was one of them. But let's see how he gets on here. Oh, cutting that corner a little bit too hard. That's going to pretty much bin that lap, and he comes in. He's trying that on the super soft tyres, currently in 14th position. Nick B very narrowly missed out on the victory last week in the Ferrari, running out of fuel on the start-finish straight of the final lap, whilst leading by a 10th or so over Berg von Trips. And having lost that fuel, he lost that momentum, and sadly, Berg was, well, sadly for him, Berg pooped into the lines. He gets into 2nd position on the super soft tyres. Fugataro, a new name to this league in the Haas. He's on a outlap, so we'll catch up with him later on. Nuka, as previously mentioned, was in the Mercedes last season, is in the Red Bull this time around. Massachusetts in the Renault as Jolyon Palmer. He's just started a flying lap, currently 14th. Let's hope he has more luck than the real life person he is driving as. Wycombs was not with us last week. He used the excuse of being in New York. I mean, where's his dedication? He's in 2nd though in the manor. Very nicely done. Kalon in 8th position now in the Ferrari, now going very, very slowly. I think he's just finished his time lap, and that is 8th then for the Lord God of AOR. An improvement. I'm sure he'll be quite happy with that. I mean, by Fizzy's own admittance, he's midfield in Split 1 terms, so I'm sure he'll be quite happy with 8th position. Failer getting out of one of the Renault's ways. He's currently in 14th then, so some work to do for Failer to get further up the grid. It's very close then.
At the moment, yeah.
Well, there we go. I'm bringing up the timing screens. You know, first to 10th, he's less than 4 tenths. So absolutely.
I'm expecting 29.9 to be the pole time tonight.
Larkso, unbeknownst to myself, has taken the pole in the Williams. Nicely done. Nicely done. Fab Racer jumped into second in the McLaren, 0.05 of a second down from pole. Oh, hello. Someone's just usurped him as well. Someone's nicked the pole.
Second, and Fab Racer jumped up to first.
Fab Racer got first, did he? Ah, he's already left the session.
30.0. So yeah.
Nicely done. Very nicely done. So Berg then has been demoted to 5th. Crikey, in the very closing stages. So there it is. Fab Racer by 12 thousandths of a second over Nick B, first and second. Larkso third. Failer 4th. Berg 5th. Wycombe 6th. Great effort for the manner there. XLNC Afro in 7th, Fugataro 8th, N-Nicky 9, and Nuka rounds out the top 10.
And unfortunately, Kodiak had to cut his stream there, so I'm going to finish off the qualifying session for you guys. You can see Kalon there finished up in 11th place. 12th place was AOR Fizzy. Massachusetts in the Renault came into 13th. Nally, the only driver to qualify on the soft tyres, ended up into 14th place, just 6 thousandths a second ahead of his teammate in the Toro Rosso, Chicane. 16th was Max AFC 46 in the Force India. 17th, the new driver Ram there, and unfortunately Safso clearly having quite a difficult qualifying session there in 18th. We're going to go back now to Kodiak's stream for the highlights of the race.
Round they go then, as they go through the formation lap. Any driver that has done this process will be familiar with what goes on. Great pole then for Fab Racer, or F Donoso as he is on the forums. So McLaren leads Ferrari, drove Nick B in second position. Larkso in the Williams in third. So 2 weeks in a row we have a Williams in the third position. But, last week it was Safso. Safso messaged me a moment ago. He couldn't get a lap together to get himself further up the grid, but it happens. Even the greats make mistakes. That's Failer in the Force India as they now begin to take up their grid positions for the start. There is Berg in 5th position. Wycombe's in the Manor in 6th. Afro in the McLaren in 7th position. Fugataro, Haas in 8th. And Nicky 9 in the Renault. There is Nuka, a ghosted Nuka. That's interesting. Taking his position in the Red Bull. Wind him up, let him go. I know I actually have to retire from the session. That's actually really annoying. But never mind. Nick B has taken the lead from the McLaren then. We just saw that tussle going on. Safso, he's down in 18th position. That's my Sauber disappearing off the side of the road.
There goes a Renault.
Oh, is it one of the Renaults off as well? Is it N-Nicky or... Oh, so it is. I've just seen it in the background. It is. It's N-Nicky. He's in trouble at the back of the grid. It looks like quite a few cars back there were having a bit of difficulty. There is Larkso. If we are on board with him, you can see Fab Racer has lost the lead to N-Nicky. Berg is up a position in 4th position. How many times can I say position? There is Afro. He's up to 5th in the McLaren. There is Failer, Force India in 6th position. Kalon in the Ferrari's got trouble by Nuka in the Red Bull, but he's got trouble by Massachusetts in the other Renault. Yeah, someone's just highlighted Wycombe's. There he is. He's down in 17th, so he's had trouble with N-Nicky and Fugataro, it looks like. And we see a move. That's on Berg, and that's by the McLaren of Afro. Oh, what a move on the inside of, I think it's 14 on that final turn. Yes, it is. So there
Racer is about to overtake Nick on the end of the straight here.
Yeah. Yes, he is. Jumping to Nick. Then there you see the McLaren trying to regain the lead, and he's outbraked himself. Oh, he's braked early. Sorry, Nick B braked very late. Nicely done. Regains the lead. Indeed, Larkso right in there in 3rd position. The top 3 breaking away. Larkso then having a look on the inside of the McLaren. The McLaren diving on the inside of the Ferrari. Oh, well played. Nick B saw that one coming, gave the racing room, and no contact then. So Larkso looking to get on the inside of the McLaren, but no, not quite. What a great scrap going on with these 3. Larkso's just nudged into 2nd, but not able to hang on to it. Oh, but the McLaren's come on the inside, still side by side with the Williams. Larkso, great drive out of 4, and now goes up into 2nd position then. Berg is back up to 4th then in the Mercedes. That's Afro, freshly demoted, back down into 5th. with Failer right with him. So 2 clumps of 3. First, second, third having a fight, and fourth, fifth and sixth having a fight as well. And there's the McLaren slipstream on Larkso, and straight through into second then. Nick B has actually managed to break away quite comfortably at the moment, but can he maintain that gap? That's always the way, that's always the question rather.
As long as these two are going to squabble together, it's going to be easy for Nick to pull away.
Indeed, and that's going to pull them into the clutches of the 3 behind them that's fighting. Afro's back up into fourth again from the Mercedes of Berg, with Failer sitting tight there. He's keeping his distance, but he's got a great ringside seat. Look at this. Oh, Force India having a look on the inside of Berg. Not quite coming off, though. There's Massachusetts in 7th in the Renault.
I was going to say he has a huge train behind him if you look.
Oh, my God, yes, he does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars there in that particular train. Nooker in the Red Bull trying to do something about that Renault. Can he do... Look at that.
He's on the mediums, but...
Is he? They're all on super softs on my screen, but if you've got race director, handy. Oh, we've got someone in. We've got someone in. It's Failer. Failer's come in already. A very, very early pit stop there by the Force India. I hope that pays off for him. Oh, look at that. That's just as we jump back to Massachusetts. Oh, and there's impact between him and Kalon there.
Massachusetts. He is on the mediums, actually.
Oh, Massachusetts is?
Yeah.
Interesting. Fab Racer still fighting with Larkso. Nick B has gone. There he is. He's stretching away. Not pushing too hard. I thought he'd actually just completely vanished, but he's got himself a comfortable lead, but he might be gapping himself a bit.
Stretch his tires to at least lap 5 to be able to go forward to stop. So if we're going down the list for tires, we have the top 6 now on the super softs, with Massachusetts on the mediums following behind. Kalon is on the softs, Chicane is on super softs, then Qualy is on mediums. We have Ram on softs, and then Saffron on 12 on super soft. So very diverse strategy at the moment.
Larkso's in as well. Larkso's fitted the medium tyres onto, or according to my screen at least, onto that Williams.
Ferrari's in the pit.
Berg's in. Berg's fitted the... Oh, Berg lagged. Berg is on soft tyres. Who else have we got in there? Fugataro is in there. He's just changing those super softs for medium tyres. Seems to be quite a favourite at the moment.
We'll be seeing Nick fitting this lap for either mediums or softs, depending on how comfortable he feels on these tyres.
Do they pit? Let's see. Nick B's still breaking away from the McLaren, though.
He's in.
And he is in, as is... Oh, you called it perfectly, Marco. Both of them doing the same thing. Now, I'm curious to see whether your prediction has come true, whether one fits one tyre and someone else fits another. That is mediums on the Ferrari. Let's see what the McLaren fits. God, they're a long way down the pit lane. According to this, there's another set of super soft. No, it's mediums. They're changing colour all the time. Both of them going for medium tyres, but if you could just double check with race director for me, Marco, that would be appreciated, because this game's lying to me enough already.
It actually went for the same tyre, so I was wrong on that part.
Could they run mediums to the end?
No, they're definitely gonna have to come in around lap 17 again. The thing I'm most curious about is who is going to be able to stretch these mediums long enough to go for softs in the final stint, and who is going to have to go for another set of mediums.
Afro and Nooker both coming in. Mediums on the Red Bull for Nooker. What did Afro get? Can't tell from that angle. Softs. There you can see the top 4 all on the same stretch of road. So Massachusetts leads Ramdrop, leads... so if we can get this right. Massachusetts leads Nally, leads Ramdrop, leads Chicane. And Sato is now at the 5th position.
We have a Renault leading and we have a Renault in last, so it's just one big Renault sandwich there.
Poor Ed Nicky has come to grief. There he is. He's on the yellow mark soft tyres, so unless he's pitted already, because that is Wycombe's right ahead of him. But he was one of the ones that had that early problem.
He might go for a move here on the straight. Is it Nally right behind Massachusetts?
It is. It's Nally then. He's gone for the lead. He's got it. Can he hold it though? Big lock up into turn 1.
27 isn't too bad now, is it?
Nally leads the race then in the Toro Rosso. Oh, and that was a big oversteer moment for Massachusetts. He's going to lose a second. He does indeed. That is Ramdrop that's just come through. in the Red Bull.
Good job from him.
Oh, and that was it looked like a bit of contact between the Renault and the Red Bull there. Engine supply giving the customer team a bit of a tap, but
it was on the edge, but the Red Bull had the inside line, so track position.
Oh my goodness me! I beg your pardon for talking over you there, Marco. But Massachusetts and Massachusetts and round drop again, going very very close. Chicane is in. Chicane indeed is in the pits.
I think he started on super soft, right?
As he's gone a long way on them if he started on those super softs. What does he get? It looks like another set. It is. It's another set of super soft tyres. Unless they're going to change colour. No. Super softs again for the Toro Rosso.
Like Honda has lost his front wing in 14th place.
It'll be Fab Racer. Yes, it is. Fab Racer has indeed lost a front wing.
His race has gone down the drain from starting from pole then.
Oh, unbelievable. And we have an intruder, Mayday Force. So, well, don't know who that is. Let's get back up to our race leader then. Oh, he's had a problem somewhere, as Ramdrop is now right on his case. So he's now down to 3 tenths of a second. He's lost about a second in a sector, has that Toro Rosso. So Ramdrop could now start to attack for the lead again if he's got any life left in his tyres. Down the start finish straight. Is he close enough for a move? Oh, not particularly.
He is.
Oh, he is getting that. Oh, look at how the DRS.
Here he comes.
Onto the inside.
Braking, he can have him.
Oh, lock up by Ramdrop, but he's got the move done. Oh, oh, what a move by the Toro Rosso. Well defended.
Into this turn, but he's got to be careful of the Renault now.
Yeah, Massachusetts having a look at the inside. He's got him. Oh, impact! Oh, Massachusetts has clumped into Nally. Oh, with that
Three dogs and a bone.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ramdrop then capitalised on that, has got into the lead, and is now got his opportunity to run off into the distance. Massachusetts in second in the Renault. Oh, goodness me, Nally must be sick.
If Ramdrop plays his cards right, then he stays out for 3 more laps. He can do a potential 1 stop.
There's Fizzy. Fizzy in the manor, up to 4th position. Nicely played, but surely he's got to pit soon. There we see Nick B. That's Nick B and Larkso just behind. So that particular pair have come up to 5th and 6th position. Nick B has broken away from Larkso though, to the tune of, let's see, 8.6 and 10.5. So there's nearly 2 seconds between the Ferrari and the Williams at the moment. Who else can we find? There's Berg. Barely looked at him all race long. He's in 7th position. So Berg's not having the greatest race so far, but we'll see how that plays out later on. I thought Massachusetts was coming in then, but he's jumped to the inside line, but I think it's a bit too late. That Toro Rosso's coming past. Nally is retaking that second from the Renault, and that is job done. But Ramdrop already is running away in the Red Bull at the moment. There's the back shot. You can see the gap for yourselves. That's what's the gap at the moment? 3 seconds. Oh, we've lost Safso again. Oh no, what's happened to Safso and the Williams? He's having a fairly torrid race. He's now goes in 13th position. He's reappeared, so Safso having a connection problem of some description. That is Kalon has just gone past him. So the Williams driver again has such a shame because I saw him in the socials leading up to this season. He is very very quick. So there's the onboard by Nick. He's not able to do anything on that particular straight. The DRS down there is not particularly great. The DRS is in full effect along the start finish straight. Fizzy does not have to yield that position. He can make Nick work for it. But
what's with the Renault there?
Oh my goodness me! What a move by Nick B. 2 cars in 2 corners. He claimed Nick, and that's who is that? It is Massachusetts. 3 wide. Oh my goodness me! Fizzy's not letting that one go. 3 wide down that straight towards 14. Now Nick B. Oh my goodness me! And Fizzy is indeed coming into the pits then. Fizzy had just got ahead of the Ferrari. Massachusetts is coming back at Nick B. Oh my goodness me, side by side down the start finish straight into the first turn. Who's going to get out in front of that? It is the Ferrari. Just. Goodness me, Massachusetts is very, very punchy in this race tonight. I beg your pardon, it's Nally that's back in the lead of this race. Ramdrop's pitted. So that's actually allowed the Toro Rosso to get back into the lead. So it's Nally that leads by 4 seconds, but he has got a fresh tired charging Ferrari coming up behind him. See just how close the 2 are as they come through 11, round 12. Oh, Massachusetts is really slow in 12. And locks up, then he's got nothing left in those tyres, it looks like. And those are his original mediums he's on, I believe. Larkso on the inside of the Renault. That's going to be a fairly easy move when they get into the braking zone for 14, unless Massachusetts really defends hard. Nothing he can do from there. Oops!
Well,
and
the
that's...
thing is, Massachusetts could have the DRS now.
He didn't pit, so no, I don't think he does.
No one has DRS.
Oh,
That's
but
odd.
he's having a look though. Oh, big lock-up again by Massachusetts.
Back end, he could have maybe forced himself up in the inside again into turn 1, but you gotta consider his tires are 13 laps old and so pitted on lap 6, I think. Oh no, lap 4.
Nally then coming out of the pits. Oh goodness me, side by side with Fugataro in the Haas. That's 13th position that the now super soft shot. Whoa, and that's Fugataro flying off the road. There's Wycombs in the manner. It wasn't who I was aiming for, but I'll give you a bit of airtime. Look at the state of Fugataro's tyres. That is an ugly sight to see. Just saw him flying off the road. So Nally then back up into 12th position. 2.5 seconds then separates these two. Again, Nick B in the Ferrari now ahead of Larkso. 2.7 seconds now as they cross the line. So Nick B pulling away a little bit. There you see the top 3 in that particular shot. There is Berg von Tritz now in 3rd position.
And the Fab Racer actually fell down to last place.
Oh yes, of course we saw him with
damage.
Yeah, we saw him with no wing, did we? He's now on the soft tyres.
So from first to last, 14 laps.
What a shame! What a great shame! He was doing pretty well, but has come to grief there after them. So, oh, and that's Nooker and Afro side by side as they're coming down. That's Afro on the inside of Nooker. Can Nooker defending the Red Bull? Mediums on the Red Bull. Oh, there was nearly impact there. Afro just overcooked the throttle a bit. They're heading down to 9 and 10, and Nooker hangs on to that 4th position. Let's jump on board with Afro as the McLaren gets DRS, I think. I certainly heard the ping. Nooker going for the defensive line. Afro going for the outside line. Can he hold on to it? Side by side yet again. That is 4th position now to Afro then. Oh, he's hit the curb though. That's forced Nooker wide. Oh no, Nooker's off. Nooker is off. There was a bit of impact between him and Afro then. Nooker's lost his front wing. What a shame. What a way for that battle to end. Oh, there could be some words said about that at the end of the race.
So pay attention to Berg, because we said he wasn't doing very well, but he's slowly climbing up to Larkso now.
No, he's climbing to Nick B. Larkso's gone to the pits.
Oh, again?
Yes, that's surprising. He must have had damage to some kind. I thought we'd had someone in the pits.
On medium tyres, lap 15. Well, he's got to go for another set of mediums then.
Well, they're actually soft tyres on my screen, but I'm glad you told me they're mediums. That would make more sense than softs at this stage. Oh, we did go for softs, so that is correct.
Well,
so Larkso's on.
Make it if you went for softs. It's going to be.
That's Massachusetts and Fugataro behind him. Well, we'll see how Larkso goes. His teammate Sasso, after his early connector problems, is now up to 9th position. And that is Wycombe, you see, just behind him, and Kalon in the other Ferrari just ahead. So the field fairly settled into their rhythms now. Oh, he's gone soft again. What did he start on?
Larkso started on the reds, then he went to the whites, and now he's on the yellows.
He must have had a puncture then, because he didn't do that many laps on the mediums, did he?
No. Less than he has to do on these. And these are softer, so I'm not going to give him much chance, that's why I said Afro is now in 2nd, so Berg must have pitted as well.
He must have done. Where is he now? Berg von Trips is in 12th. He is just behind the Renault of Massachusetts. He's on the medium tyres. That'll be him to the end of the race, I would think, with, what, 14 to go? So that's...
Well, we can expect Nick in the pits around lap 17 or 18 now, if he wants to be safe and just cruise till the end on mediums.
Battle here in 7th, for 7th position. That's Kalon, Sapso and Wycombs in that particular grip. Ferrari, oh, and that's Wycombs overcooking it on the exit of turn 10. On the way down to 11, the soft shod Williams in between the medium shod Ferrari and medium shod Manor. On board with Sasso then as he keeps the pressure on Kalon, heading down to the last turn. What does he do? Keeps it nice and steady. Kalon feeling the need to go slightly more towards the middle to anticipate. Look at how much quicker Saf was. Oh, as he overcooked into the last turn. No, just about gets it turned in. Very nice move. Very nice indeed, and that's the Ferrari's in. That is Kalon coming into the pits then. So, unbeknownst to Safso, he didn't actually need to make that move at all, but he did it anyway. Oh, look at that, on board with the Swiss man. With the Swiss man, that was not the sentence I was aiming for, but you know what I meant. Oh, Saf is really deep into turn 10. Oh, and again, overcooking the throttle there for Wycombes on the exit of 10. That's given Saf the distance he needs, a little bit of breathing space there. But look at that, that is, beg your pardon, going the wrong way. That's Larkso and Massachusetts catching up with these guys. You saw the different line there that the Williams and the Manor were taking through that turn 12. And that's a move on the inside by Larkso on Wycombes, and he's got it done. Massachusetts had a quick think about it. So that's Williams, Manor and Renault. DRS for Larkso and for Wycombes. Oh, we're going to... Oh, Larkso! Oh, my goodness me! There's too many names in. I can't go 4 wide.
Just ahead of all those guys.
That could have been very, very nasty. Whoa, Wycombes almost losing it again. He seems to have a fair amount of trouble keeping the traction going then. That's Massachusetts in the Renault coming past Wycombes. Can he get the move done side by side through turn 4? Just about. The Renault's got it done, I think. Yes, he does. So Wycombes losing another position there. Oh, that was so close with Nick B there.
Go to Nick now. He's in 3rd place and he has a lot of guys on his back now.
He does.
Right on his gearbox on the softs.
Again.
So he needs to fend him off for a while.
Oh, look at that. That's Massachusetts on Safso. DRS on the Renault. He's got that move done. And that is 5th position to the Renault then. And looking behind, that's Wycombes and Bergvon Trips having their particular battle. Oh, that's so close. Mercedes just not long come out of the pits though. So you would imagine that Berg is going to claim that Manor fairly easily. Oh, he's got the pace but nowhere to use it. Jumps to the inside. Wycombes got nowhere to go at the moment to defend against Berg. No, Berg's got the extra pace in hand. Up into 7th. Easy move. Safso locks up into that final turn. And Safso's in. The Williams of Safso comes in to get rid of those soft tyres. Not taken away from this man though. Reserve driver Ramdrop is leading the way over Nally. So Nally's now on super soft tyres on the Toro Rosso in 2nd position. Surely Nally's
the last time I checked the race director, Nally did have 2 warnings, so he should be careful on track limits.
Surely Nally's got to come in again. Can he do anything about that Renault? Or just in time to see Berg blast past the Renault into the braking zone of that final turn, and that is 5th place to the Mercedes. Renault's not going to let it go though. He's hanging on to the back of that Mercedes. DRS now for Massachusetts. Oh, very big defensive move by Berg. That's back into the inside line. Oh, big lockup though. Oh, and a bit of wheel banging on the exit of turn 1. And that's Renault back ahead of Mercedes. But, wow, no sooner do I say that, the Berg's blasted back past the Renault again. There we go. That's 4th position to the Mercedes now. Berg now is starting to get some distance between himself and Massachusetts to try and secure that, for now, 4th position. Ramdrop continues though with the Red Bull. Marco, can you remind me what lap, or can you double check what lap Ramdrop put those tyres on?
He went in on lap 11. Against lap times, he's still doing the same lap times as he did on lap 13 at the moment. So it's looking promising. The middle sector is where you can see degradation the most, because you need most of your grip, and that's the sector where he has lost 3/10 since he's started on these tires.
And side by side, ending down to the final turn, and that's defended by the Force India. Takes a bit too much curve though. Is that going to give the momentum out of the Red Bull? Oh goodness me! Let's get on board with Nooker then. Oh, look at that. That's a great camera shot there.
Is exiting the pits again in 10th, so he must have had a drive penalty.
That is disaster then for the Williams. Goodness me, that is disaster for the Williams. They're down in 14th now with super soft tyres on. Ramdrop continues to lead then in the Red Bull. There we see the Ferrari of Nick B. He's closed in a couple of seconds on the leader. He's now down to 2.5 second gap between the top two.
Berg is 7 seconds from the leader, so he's climbing his way up as well, chasing Nick.
But he's got 5 seconds in between him and Nick B, so that gap, unless Nick makes a mistake, that could well be the gap that Nick needs to try and secure the win this time around. Massachusetts is in the Renault from 4th position. Surely that's going to be super soft on his car to the end of the race with only, 6 laps to go. Fizzy's just been through the pits as well. He's now down to 15th position. So that's not worked out well for him, sadly. Back up to the lead then, Nick again.
He's 1.8.
Oh, he's really closing in at a rate of knots on round
It was
top.
5/10 over this lap so far that he gained over him.
Very nice. So he's really going to be right with round drop in a lap or two. Oh, we've lost Larkso. Oh, Larkso has retired from the race then.
Really? Wow.
So we have lost the Williams then.
So both Fab and Larkso had a very...
What a shame. Started well and has gone very
Nick
wrong for
is
them.
about to count the gears on
He's got
Randolph's gearbox.
got DRS, but not yielding him
He
anything.
needs to
On board with the
see
Ferrari.
it, puts it into high fuel.
And
Already side by side.
on the inside pretty early on. I think Ramdrop knew that one was coming. And through goes the Ferrari.
He's not fight it too much.
I think
Stick with him in the slipstream, maybe hold on to 2nd place.
Well, we
instead
see.
of fighting him.
So Nick B resumes the lead of this race, and I think it's fair to say that he's likely to pull away. Get some distance between him and the Red Bull. And the Red Bull's in! The Red Bull hasn't come into the pits then. So now again, just like last week, the closing stages of the race, we have Nick B and Berg von Trips 1st and 2nd. So where does he emerge? He will emerge... Oh, big gaggle of cars just squeezing 3 wide. Oh, which Ramdrop's coming right into the middle of? Oh, they've just avoided contact with, I think that's Failer. It is indeed. In the Force India, still side by side with him. Oh my goodness me, still going on. Before Ramdrop's had a chance to get his tyres properly up to temperature. Lovely helicam shot here. That's the Red Bull on the inside of the Force India. That is Chicane, Wycombs and Nooker all in this particular battle. Oh my goodness me, Toro Rosso's gone diving in there, the Chicane. He's gone in there too hard, he's lost positions as well. I'm sticking with this camera, this is fantastic. Ramdrop's got into 5th position then ahead of the Force India of Failer. Failer still under pressure from Wycombs. That's 5th, 6th and 7th that we're looking at the moment. Oh, Wycombs very, very close to the back of Failer if I can get on board with the manner. There we go, DRS open as it is for everybody except for Ramdrop. There we go, outside shot. And that's Failer having a think about it on the inside of 11. No such luck there. Oh, that looked like impact between the Manor and the Force India. A little bit of oversteer for Wycombs. Now DRS for him. And so does Failer. Failer actually still had DRS. But Failer's having to defend. Wycombs goes to the inside. That's going to be 6th position. Yes, it is. He's got it into the braking zone. Can he hang on to it on the exit? Yes, he does. That's the Manor up to 6th position then. Considering Wycombs was right the way down the order early on, he's fought his way back up to 6th. Failer's not letting it go though. That battle's still going on. Wycombs going to the inside to defend from the Force India. Just about does it at the moment. Nooker is not far behind, and Chicane's fallen back into the clutches of Kalon somewhat. Berg von Tripp still has 2.7 seconds between himself and Nick B with 2 to go. It's going to be a push and a half. And that we see Chicane having to defend from Kalon in the Ferrari. This is 9th and 10th position. Inside manoeuvre for Chicane, inside defense manoeuvre. Oh, look at that outside move for the Ferrari. Cuts to the inside, now back on the outside. Oh, that's so close. As Chicane has to yield it. That's 9th position to Kalon. Very nicely done. So Nick B can turn the engine down a little bit to make sure he doesn't run out of fuel again.
Yeah, I hope he learned that you need more than 0.00.
Oh, we've lost Nooker. Nooker in the Red Bull is gone. We've lost him from his round about 10th position. Oh, what a shame on the last lap as well. So here is Nick B then. Coming around
into the last corner now
with a comfortable gap between himself and his arch rival from last week. There he is. Big old wiggle to himself. You have... Oh, nearly hits the pit wall. But here is your race winner here in Bahrain. It's the Ferrari of Nick B with 2nd position to Berg von Trips. in the Mercedes. There's third place to Afro. Great effort for you, sir. Nally in the Red Bull. Nally in the Toro Rosso. Great effort from you, considering you were actually not meant to be driving today. In fourth, Ramdrop in fifth, was leading earlier on. There is, Ramdrop in sixth, Wycomb's in seventh. There is Kalon in eighth position in the Ferrari. As the fireworks are going off, that was that Fizzy in ninth? No, that's Chicane in ninth with Fizzy in 10, I think. With, oh yes, of course, because with Nuka's retirement, Fizzy did manage to score a point. There is Sapso. His race disintegrated, sadly, earlier on. So this is 13th position for him. And there is Fab Racer in the McLaren. Oh, big locker for him. This will be oh, he's got a puncture, rear left puncture on the McLaren. Oh, goodness me, to add insult to injury. Bounces off the wall. Starts from pole, and he bounces off every wall he can find. There goes his front wheel skidding along the floor. Started from pole, has ended up in 14th. Max has just come across the line. He's also hit the wall out of frustration. 15th to him. The only car running is the Renault of Nicky. Oh, goodness me. And there it is then. So this is your classified finishes. Nick B takes the win. Berg second. Afro third. Ram has actually been elevated to fourth. Who's got a penalty then? Oh no, beg your pardon. Ram did cross the line in fourth. Nally in the Toro Rosso fifth. Wycombe sixth. Failer in seventh position. Kalon 8. Chicane 9. Fizzy did indeed get into the points in the manner. With
Wycombes, wow, 6th place after that.
being near last early on to getting 6th position for Wycombes. Excellent stuff. With Massachusetts, Fugataro, Saf, Rab, Max and Nicky are being your remaining runners. What a race this has been. Absolutely incredible. And that is it for this evening. Thank you very much for those that have been with us throughout the stream. Next race, next Sunday at the same kind of time. We will see you right here next time for more AOR action. Thank you very much, and good night.